Hey, and this is Scott Burke of FireRiffs. Welcome to another FireRiffs live streaming event. Today I'm improv riffing the 1949 instructional short "How to Keep a Job," which you can see by looking at the still can't get used to this, by looking at the little title card I have there. So yeah, it seems like an appropriate short to be riffing on, seeing as I just got my 19-year pin of shame from my job. So maybe this short can tell me what I've been doing wrong all these years. So yes. So on to the riffing of how to keep a job. And just before I start, actually, just a reminder, if you're watching this live, due to the nature of the live stream, I can't respond to chat. At least not during riffing. If I do a little bit before or after a riff, I can, but again, during the stream, during the short, I cannot respond to comments. I mean, I guess that kind of goes without saying, but if you're not used to riffing and you don't know how it works, now you know. Yeah, I can't really talk to you. So anyways, on to short and my noisy neighborhood with all their noisy vehicles making noise outside, but it's too hot to close the windows, so we'll just have to learn to deal with it. Ooh. That sounds a little off. I don't know. Oh, well, there's the problem. I'm not using RCA headphones. It's clearly not the short's fault. Another day for a retail wage slave. Retrenching. Yeah, we're gonna dig new holes in the ground for the business. Ambitious young man. I don't think that really applies to me, but what the heck? It's worth a shot. Star products. They sell things for stars to use. They don't make a lot of money. Edward W. Blah. That's a really weird name. I guess his parents didn't know how to use vowels. I don't know. They couldn't afford to buy a vowel? Well, I don't know.
This looks all right. Tell me, why are you interested in this job?
I need a steady job, Mr. Wiley. With the chance.
My last job kept seeing other people, so I had to break it off.
With the Central Distributing Company. You worked there for 18 months?
Yes, sir.
Why did you leave?
Because I wasn't getting anywhere. After 18 months, I figured I was worth more than they were paying me.
I mean, you know, 18 months
And
washing the front windows, it's just,
more important work.
it seemed like I deserved better.
Honest, Mr. Wiley, it was a rotten company. I don't know why I stayed as long as I did.
I know the feeling.
Fired?
Yes, I was.
I only broke 12 typewriters.
Just up and started firing people. Retrenching, they called it.
I didn't see
What do
any
you think of
shovels or
that?
pickaxes or anything.
I think it's a pretty normal situation. A business has to live within its income. Many factors
Hold
affect
I've been
that
sitting too
income.
long. I need to
Sales,
stretch.
general economic conditions, the development of new industries that replace old ones.
Or maybe the CEO just
These
needs a
and
bigger,
many other
wants a bigger
reasons,
paycheck. Yeah.
Businesses often go through periods of adjustment and reorganization when they're forced to let people go.
I didn't do anything. Why me?
Because you're a
You said
whiny
that in
little
18
brat.
months
That's
you haven't
why.
gotten anywhere.
That's right. Other fellows who started later were promoted right over my head.
Well, maybe
How
they
much
were
more
willing
do
to
you need?
perform
Couldn't you see
services
the
you weren't
company
willing to
valued the other
perform.
fellow's services above yours?
But I thought I was doing fine. What did I do?
I told you,
Expect
you
me
were
to answer
whining.
that?
No, sir. I guess you wouldn't know.
What should I do? I'm
Actually,
psychic.
I probably do know better than you do.
Whoa, I just teleported to a new
I
position
have no
there.
business taking time for this, but
So I
well, I
won't.
can't help thinking you might really amount to something.
No, you have
If
no
set your
business
mind
doing
to it.
this. Shut up now and let him go.
Trying to see yourself as your employer saw you.
A whiny little
Better
pissant.
still, let me give you a picture of a case I really do know. It's about a young man who came to work in our shipping room here. And another young man. Now, we begin work here at 8:30. That's the time to begin this business of keeping a job.
Oh, so I come in at
that's
7.
the time
How have I
Bob
kept a
Addison
job? I
began
don't come in
work
at
every day.
8:30.
We can
Man, I
depend
can't
on
figure it
him
out.
to be on time and to do his work on time. You
4
might call
ounces.
him an eager beaver. But
Or
look at
you
it
might
from
call
the
him a suck-up.
employer's point of view. Wouldn't you like to have Bob working for you?
Still can't solve this
Some of the
complete.
work in our shipping room is hard work. That's why we've always had 2 fellows working there.
Oh, gosh! The cotton balls are heavier than I thought.
Well, 2 fellows who were supposed to be working. The other fellow I want to tell
Hey,
you
I
about
know what you got behind
is
that
Walter,
paper. You're not fooling
Bob's
anyone.
brother. Bob's twin brother. But the resemblance is only skin deep.
Bob's
Look at
twin
Walter
brother
from the
killed
employer's
many
point of
people.
view, and you see how not to keep a job. Look at him from Bob's point of view, and you see how not to get along with your fellow workers. On the other hand, Bob would be popular wherever
Oh,
he worked.
boy. No
You
more
know, he
cotton
would
balls
do
for
his
me.
share of the work and help others who needed help. Cooperation is another way to keep a job.
What are you doing now, Walter? Oh, no.
Walter finally decides to go to work, but
That was a good
job he was
nap.
supposed to do first thing.
Oh.
Actually, he was supposed to run them off the evening before.
We work from 8:30 till
But
7.
he put it
So
off.
it's a long day.
This is how not to be dependable. How not to cooperate with the company and with your fellow
Oh,
workers.
how do I use
in
this?
your own and other departments.
Oh. Ow, ow! I copied my finger. Ow!
Who should come into the shipping room but me?
A registered sex
The
offender.
boss always seems to find out.
Yeah,
Walter's
well, you know, those
manner
hidden
gave him
cameras
away.
really need to be done away with.
Now, it isn't hard to learn to make good, clean copies on a duplicating machine.
Walter, this
And
this
wasn't
isn't even the
first
same
time
thing
I've
you
had to
copied from what you
criticize
copied. How
Walter
did you even
for making
manage
poor
this?
copies.
This is a Mickey
And
Mouse
it wasn't
cartoon.
The first time he tried to alibi his way out of a situation.
Look, the
fact was,
copier it's
Walter just couldn't
gremlins
take
and,
criticism.
and butter and
Yet
I
how
don't
can
know.
a man expect to improve on a job if he won't listen to the very people who can help him?
7 past
before
2. Time
closing
for my
time,
drinks.
You'll find Bob getting the
Man,
shipping
I
room
gotta
ready
stop
for the
riffing when I
night.
get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And you'll find Walter getting...
All right,
himself
ladies, here I
ready,
come.
So he won't be a second late.
Yep, ladies,
punching the
lock
clock.
up your brothers here.
An
Oh, wait.
employer sees this as
We
a
can't make
sure
that joke,
sign
can we?
that a man isn't really interested in his work.
Nail fungus.
I ask you, if you were the employer and had to cut down your staff,
But I mean, you know.
which fellow would you keep?
That's not hard to answer. But why didn't you go ahead and fire this, Walter?
Now, don't be too
Oh,
hasty.
because I'm gullible.
I'm only telling you about
And he,
Walter's
again,
bad
performed services
He
that
didn't
his
have work
brother
to hang
wouldn't.
on to his job. As long as times are good, there'll be jobs for fellows who just barely do enough to get by.
Oh,
But to
like
keep a
me?
job
Good,
when
I
the
can
going
find a
gets
job.
rough, you need to ensure your job. Make yourself so valuable your employer can't let you go.
Make yourself
We've talked
plated
about
in gold,
dependability
so they can
and
trade you in.
cooperation.
Wait, that doesn't work, does it? No.
Now, another prime quality is initiative. And for once, I have something good to say for Walter. It's not
Yeah.
hard to understand why he was unhappy whenever shipments were left just inside the door.
Oh,
The
man.
packages had to be hauled all the way
All-
across the room for
All
wrapping,
4 feet across the room.
then
It's,
hauled back again when they
Man.
went out.
why do we get so many heavy
If
cotton
you don't
balls?
like the way things are done, you can spend a lot of time complaining about it. That was Walter's usual way.
Well, you
But
know,
this time,
it's
he got
funner
an
to
idea.
complain.
and he knew what to do with it.
Shove it firmly
In
up
every
his...
company,
well,
there's
you get
plenty
the
of room
idea.
for improvement. And the management usually welcomes suggestions
Dear
from employees.
Mr. Wiley,
Walter's
I think you
idea
could
was a
create
practical
an
one,
army of
so
robots
we
to do
adopted
this
it.
job better.
The company benefits through time saved and less handling of packages. The fellows
Here's your
in the
cotton
shipping
ball,
room
sir.
benefit through having one of their harder jobs made easier
But they're
And
dropping it
Walter
off at the
improved
same
his
place.
standing
How
with
is
his
this any
employer
different than...
by his display of initiative. But one good mark isn't enough. One day, not long after, Walter was taking advantage of a lull in the work, and Bob was bringing the shipping records up to date when...
Wow, 5 months behind. I gotta work on this. Hello, Mr. McFeely.
Shipment for you. Wise guy. Well,
Wise and learned.
finally, the stuff they've been running in here asking about every hour for the last 3 days. Sign here.
I'm sorry I delivered it 3 days late, but, you know.
They wait till they've run out of something. Everybody runs around like crazy. No system. And nobody in charge with enough brains to start one. What a
Well,
way to
sir,
run.
you're an undercover boss, and
You
you're
don't like the
fired.
company, why do you work for it? Me, I work for a swell outfit. I'm proud of them.
Maybe I'd like to work for them.
No, you
Could they
really
use me?
wouldn't.
What for? A press agent?
Well, I'd like to be a
Yes,
press
well,
agent. Hey, you were being
But nobody
sarcastic.
thinks very much of
That's
a man
mean.
who talks against the company he works for.
It's pretty much everyone,
And
isn't
what
it?
did Walter
Yeah.
gain by making that false statement about his company? Nothing. Except trouble for himself if it got back to his employer.
So I fired
Which
the
is
son of
it.
a bee.
I guess it's not very different from the way I was talking to you about the place where I used to work.
Well, there's a saying, if the shoe fits.
Oh, the shoe fits all right.
I mean, not the shoes I'm wearing. They're 4 sizes too small.
Yep, I could see my shortcomings all over the place. Dependability, initiative, cooperation, and loyalty.
Yep, those are all shortcomings. We can't
I
have
could
you here.
done a lot better on every count.
You can do better. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Where are we going? Are we gonna get candy?
Well, Bob, I've got a new assistant for you. Bob
He's
Addison.
really lazy.
This
He's
way.
gonna drag you down.
Thank you.
Bob's a good man to watch. As soon as he trains somebody to take over here, he's moving up to assistant purchasing manager.
Where he will oppress
Say,
all his
that's great.
employees.
Mr. Wiley's been telling me about you and your brother.
This is before he got his PhD in
brother?
engineering to take over the world.
Yeah, your twin brother, Walter.
I had a point to make, so I invented a twin brother for you.
How dare you invent a sibling for me? Nobody invents siblings for me.
I was really describing Bob's poor conduct on the job when he first came to work here.
Oh.
But then we
Way I
put him
was
through
smoking
months
on
of
the job
intensive
around here
electroshock
before.
therapy, and he came
I
out
did.
great.
And then you... Well, if you can...
I'm so confused.
Say,
I
Mr.
lost
Wiley.
my thought.
Did I ever tell you about my twin brother?
I absorbed him in the womb. Now I have the strength of both myself and a little baby. Okay, so I feel like that wasn't one of my better riffs, but you know, that's improving. It's kind of, you know, sometimes it goes great, sometimes it doesn't. Plus, as I mentioned in the riff, I actually got up at 4:30 this morning for work, so I'm not as alert as I usually would be at this time of day. And if I had remembered that I was going to be in that early when I scheduled the stream, I might have done it for tomorrow when I have the day off. But hey, you know, again, like I say in my description, this is a bold experiment in riffing. Very bold. I only watched this thing twice before I riffed it. I mean, I know, like, you think, well, ideally, maybe don't watch it at all, and then it's like totally improv. But I don't want to be so unprepared that it's like just dead air for like 90% of the riff because I just can't come up with anything. So maybe I'll take a stab at something I haven't watched at all. But another downside to not watching it is I don't know if the short's worth riffing. So I had some jokes in mind before I started, but nothing written down, and most of the stuff I'm making up as I go. So we'll try another one. Hopefully next week we'll try something else. And I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, maybe someday I will actually try to take on a full-length public domain movie. Like I said, I want to do the shorts for a while longer, really maybe get better at improving the riffs, so that I'll be more prepared to do something that's like 90 minutes long. I mean, this was only about 11 minutes, and I kind of was stumbling through this one. So, yeah, we'll try something different next week. Meanwhile, yeah, I can't figure out how I kept a job 19 years, because I didn't do anything in this short. I mean, okay, so I show up on time, but I didn't come at 8:30. I come at 7. He said you start at 8:30 to keep a job, so I don't know what I'm doing. So, anyways, as always, my mic's turning around. As always, if you would like to see one of my scripted riffs, which honestly are a lot better than my improv riffs, although you can't laugh at me stumbling over what to say, so I guess that might not be as fun. If you want to see one of my scripted riffs, head on over to FireRiffs.com and check out my catalog. You don't buy direct from the site. You actually, they link to the product pages I have on Riff Tracks under the FireRiffs section, and what I have on Gumroad. So there's a couple of places you can buy depending on what riff it is, whether I made it before or after FireRiffs went kablooey as far as uploading new stuff. Excuse me. And yeah, that's about it. And I have a couple other videos on my channel that aren't necessarily riff related if you want to check some of them out. Some of them are funny videos, some of them are kind of like my thoughts on stuff, my Scott's Thoughts videos, and someday I might do some baking videos because I like to bake and that might be fun to do. And yeah, I will see you at the next riff. Well, I won't see you because, again, I mean, unless you've hacked into my webcam, you can't see me. So no, you can't see me. Why do people say I'll see you next time? I won't see you next time. You'll see me. And for that, I am truly sorry. Good night, everyone.